Hello everybody and welcome to Parks Bros. It's Drew here and we're back with another West Coast Racers construction update at Six Flags Magic Mountain. Thanks to our good pal John, and you can check out his Instagram down in the description below. And make sure to give him some love in the comments for all of this footage of all the West Coast updates. But right here, you can see that there is a car sitting next to the candy shop, as well as one car on each of the first and third launches, as well as, in very exciting news, a complete wall in between the station and pit stop experience right now. This just means that they're getting closer and closer to a structural finish to the station building itself, and that means the detail work will be coming in quite shortly, and I can't wait to see the pit stop experience itself, as well as all of the detail inside and outside of the station. But another huge thing is the fact that the gift shop skeleton has been pretty much completed, and you can even see there is room for an AC unit for the gift shop. So the gift shop will feature some air conditioning, which is great news, especially for those hot days at Magic Mountain where it's upwards of 105 degrees. So if you need a cool place to hang out in the underground, it looks like there's going to be definitely more than one, which is great news. But besides that, you can see a little bit of earth moving next to the Jetstream maintenance barn, which is really interesting to see. I'm wondering exactly what they're doing with that. But moving on to a day later, you can see brand new framing around the control panel, which will be controlling the entirety of the ride, and that is super cool to see. So we do now know that the control panel will be included inside the station. It won't be kind of just sitting on a ledge outside of it. And there will also be 3 windows on this little area of the station. As you can see, one facing the first and third launches, one facing towards the first inversion as well as the high 5 elements, and of course one facing towards the second and fourth launches. So there's pretty much a full 360 view for that operator sitting at the panel, which it's absolutely great to see the panel finally being put into its final place and being covered. And if you are wondering what that staircase is, we are guessing, if anything, an emergency exit or potentially a way for employees to get up to the station from their break room. But you can also see some gutters have been added on to the back of this station, and that is just to catch some rain if it ever rains in Southern California again, which hopefully it will this winter a little bit. But because of the slanting of the roof, all that water will fall straight into that gutter. But in other news, the paneling around the gift shop is pretty much complete, at least from what we can see from the outlook. And this is pretty fantastic news, especially with how quick it was. And I can't wait to see the exterior as well as the interior of both the gift shop and the station. You can even see some people walking out of the doorway of the station right there, which is really nice to see. And besides that, you can also see a brand new color scheme on the go-kart tracks, or what is believed to be called the Pacific Speedway, and you can see that lime color that we'll actually get a better view of a little later on, as well as that very dark gray or just black. So it's a very interesting color palette for the go-karts, but I'm not complaining at all. I think it looks really, really nice and pops incredibly well. And one thing that's really looking nice is that building right next to the station now has what I believe is an AC unit on it, and is also covered in that West Coast Customs blue all over it, and it looks fantastic. But here is just a quick view from an Instagram story that was linked on West Coast Customs Instagram, as well as Six Flags Magic Mountains just a couple of days ago, and you can see all the detail work and graffiti art that is going on to that building itself and facing towards the queue. You can also see that there is major planter work around that area as well, which is going to be fantastic. They're going to put a bunch of trees in there, if anything, or at least I'm hoping. And even if it's just bushes, that will really make that area look a heck of a lot nicer. But I'm super excited to see how all of that queue looks in just a couple weeks' time, when we can hopefully be in it ourselves. But of course, if you did not know, there is no opening date that has been announced as of yet. Maybe we'll find out some stuff at IAAPA this coming week, which our buddy Zach is at. And he actually just experienced his first Floridian park for the trip in Busch Gardens, Tampa. And he will actually have some videos coming out for that very soon. So make sure to go check out his channel. It'll be in the description. But besides that, you can actually see that they were ending up testing the sensors on that brake run by putting a metal rod up against them just to make sure it could sense correctly. So that's actually very cool to see. I've never seen that done with a coaster before, but I'm sure it's been done with pretty much every modern coaster out there with especially modern sensors. But just on a final note for this update, here's another look at the Pacific Speedway / the go-karts in the underground with that awesome looking lime and dark gray from this angle color scheme. Really looks great. But I do want to say a huge thanks to John for getting this footage. Make sure to go show him some love right now. And of course, a huge thanks goes to you for watching these updates all the time. But if you didn't know, we do more than West Coast Racers updates. We have tons of reviews, vlogs, and tons of other content you should definitely go check out for yourself. So make sure to subscribe and check in for new videos weekly. But until next time, we'll see you on the next ride.